Okay, so welcome. We are going to start with our small ball between our inner thigh, between our inner ankles. We're going to start with a little bit of footwork. So grab a hold of your theraband with me. We're going to use that in a minute. And then the ball is squeezed between your ankles. I want you to really feel here that the outer edges of your feet are even. So for most of us, it means that we have to press the heels down and slightly out. Then from here, take a giant inhale and let your arms drift up to the sky. And then reach up taller and feel here as if you're hanging from the ceiling. Pretend you had a little too much champagne and you got on the chandelier. Woo! Anyone done that before? No. Okay, in your dreams maybe, in your nightmares maybe. So you're just stretching up and you're lifting. I want you to really think about it. You're lifting your diaphragm, you're lifting your rib cage, and I want you to take a giant breath as you're swinging on the chandelier. Good. Now as you exhale, come forward in space all the way down. We're just going to do one hang today. So let go of your ponytail or your hair or your wig or your hat or whatever. Let go. Straighten your knees and then bend your knees. And straighten your knees and bend your knees. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Take a big inhale into the sides and back of your lungs, really getting oxygenated here. And then roll the spine up, tuck your tailbone under, and roll that spine all the way up. Stand tall, shoulders really wide. Excellent. Now for our footwork, I want you to hold the band in a comfortable position. For some of you, holding it out straight might be comfortable. For some of you, holding it with a bent elbow might be more comfortable. Or for some of you, holding it underhand grip might be more comfortable. It doesn't matter, but I want you to slightly pull it apart. And as you know, the reasoning why is because this fires the upper back muscles. So it's just a little tiny pull. Good. Then you're going to look down at your feet. Remember, they're very parallel. Outer edges are straight like a razor. Good. Now we're going to lift the heels up and lower the heels down. And we're going to roll through the feet all the way up, all the way down, as if you have a spine in your foot. Rolling up one bone at a time. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Good. Now we lift up. We bend the knees. Keep your heels off the ground. Drop the heels and stand up tall. Good. At any point, remember you're at your home, and this becomes a serious balance exercise for you. You can touch the bookshelf. You can touch the wall. You can touch your big dog. Doesn't matter about that. This is a foot and ankle strengthener. So it's up, bend, heels drop, stand tall. Good job. Releve, bend, heels drop, stand tall. Again, lift, bend, heels drop, stand tall once more. Up, and then bend, heels drop, stand tall. Nice work. We reverse it. We bend. We lift the heels all the way up to releve and then down. Again, bend, lift, up and down. Again, bend, lift the heels all the way up and down. 3 more. Bend, lift the heels, releve up, all the way down. 2 more. Bend, heels lift, up and down. Once more. Bend, heels lift, up and down. Good job. Let's release that ball and put that to the side. And we're going to do a standing hip exercise. And for me, I'm going to keep holding onto this band. It kind of helps a little bit just with my posture. If it's annoying you to hold the band while we're doing the footwork, it's fine. You can let go of it. For me, it's a little helpful. So now my feet are in a parallel position, but they're a little bit wider. You kind of want to have your femur heads and your knees and your ankles about in alignment. So for me, my feet are about 10 inches apart. Yeah. So from here, all we're going to do is just practice shifting. And as we shift, we lift one leg. As you shift, you push down and you lift one leg up. You shift and you lift. Good, shift and lift. I want you to grow taller. You grow taller as you shift and lift. So you don't go side to side. That's an option, but we're not doing that. We're doing get taller as you go side to side. Great. Now this time, stay and pause. Whatever you're doing with your band, feel if it's helpful for your posture. And then you're gonna drop your foot down, but my foot's not touching the mat, and up. Good, but you could do it smaller. It could be tap the floor and lift. But if you can, it's a little bit bigger. Good. This is adductor work. So we're working the inner parts of the thighs, the iliacus and the psoas. We're working definitely a little bit of balance. And remember to keep thinking about lengthening up. Good, couple more. Up and up. Good. If Carolyn is here in class today, I don't think so, but this would be a good one for you. Good. Make it as smooth as you can. This is standing side lying work. Yes, it's hip strengthening. 3, 2, and last 1. Okay, good. And shift and lengthen. Good. And now here, same thing. Down and up. Find your range of motion. Maybe for you, you're a dancer and you're really kicking that leg up. That's fine. Maybe it's a little bit smaller. Maybe you're actually tapping the floor. Whatever. Find a place that works for you, but do keep lengthening up the whole time. You got your vertical energy. Don't forget that part. And it's lift and lift. Good job. Lift and lift. Keep going, practicing standing hip strength. This is not a beginning exercise, but if you're doing it really modified, it could be beginning. Good. Let's see if we can do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, set your foot down. Good, and then just shift your feet or knees up, knees up. Good, do you feel that adductor work a little bit in the inside of your knee? I feel it a little bit on the inner part of my knee. Not so much? Where'd you feel it? Hips? Oh, good, that's where you should feel it, yay! Okay, perfect. Now, I'm going to have my feet as wide as my mat, and we're gonna do a little plie series, and we're gonna add the theraband in a minute. So here we go. Bend the knees and straighten. The first little part here, you're just getting your form. That's all you're doing. So you want to have your knees tracking, Debbie, over your second toe. It's a plie. It's a deep second plie. And then really thinking about your spine being straight. Perfect. You look like a ballerina as well with your pink top. Yeah. Okay, good. Now we're going to just add the arms reaching up and down. Good. It's a big plie and up, or maybe it's a smaller plie for you. Debbie, that is perfect. Yes. Good work. Good. One of our students had a adductor injury lately, and I've been working a lot with adductors. So think about those inner thigh muscles right now. You can kind of bring them into your mind and you're like, oh, I'm really firing those. I'm really using those. For many of us, it's a way to really keep our knees strong and hips. Good, now stay low. Pause there. I'm lightly pulling my theraband apart. And it's down an inch and up an inch, down an inch and up an inch, ta-ta, ta-ta. Like you're in a bar class and they're making you do 1 million of these. Oh no. But in a bar class, if you've looked around, I've only been to bar class about maybe 8 times or 10 times, but pretty much everyone is tall and thin and blonde. So we don't have any of that here. Is that a mean thing for me to say? Probably. Just like, oh, if it's your 3rd house at Lake Tahoe, then I feel really sorry for you. I know, sometimes people can be mean, including yourself. Oh, try to think of kind thoughts, Jen. Okay, it's down an inch and up an inch, little tiny pulsations. Good, and we're gonna do about 20 more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, make it even tinier. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, stay low. Good, now I'm taking my TheraBand apart so I have the actual band, and I'm gonna take my arms out. I'm staying completely still with my lower body, and I'm gonna pull this all the way across my chest. Good job, the plant likes it if you touch it. And then bring that in, good. When you're doing this particular movement, just check and see that your wrists are straight, and you guys have perfect wrists. Good. And we're doing 7. This is 3. Good. Stay low if you can. 4. Good. And 5. Nice. And 6. Good. And last one, 7. And hold it there. Good. Slowly release the band. Just hang on to it. And then lift your heels up. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now we go down an inch and up an inch with our heels lifted for 20. 19, do whatever you want with your band. Oh yeah, 16, 15, I feel this in my thighs. Are you feeling it in your thighs? Oh, I feel it in my thighs, baby. 13, 12, 11, hang on to those numbers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stay low. Good job. Now, keeping your knees bent, keeping yourself low into your plie, belly's pulled in. You're gonna hold the TheraBand like it's a giant noodle. Your hands are underneath it. Elbows are glued to the sides. Stay as low as you can and pull and release. Good job. It's pull and release. So your elbows are in. It's a very small movement. We're doing shoulder rehab strengthening. And from this position, could you lift one heel, drop it, lift the other heel, and drop it. Stay as low as you can, and drop, and squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Good job. There you go. Squeeze and lift. And squeeze and lift. My thighs are killing me. Anyone else out there feeling like your thighs are dying on fire? Okay, good. We need that. Let's see if we do 8, 7, 6, 5. Nice. 4, 3, 2, last one, and we are gonna stretch all the way up. Walk your feet in, and it's high knees. High knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees. Okay, excellent. Very last little part, I do need some bicep curling today. My arms always need work. If you've got the purple band, this is the band to be on. If you have a lesser band, do what you can. I'm gonna step onto my band. My feet are in a V shape, and I'm taking a minute to really zip up my legs, like I have Velcro between my legs. Can you see any oxygen or any space or air between my legs? No. So I've done a good job, but for many of you, your legs are shaped differently than mine, so there might be little gaps. Maybe you have skinny bow legs. Okay, so now from this position, I'm holding onto the very edges of my band, curling my fingers underneath it a little bit. And I'm just gonna pull up, good, and down. Oh, I just want this to a few times. And actually, I know it's an arm strengthening exercise. We can feel it. But I want you to feel it as shoulders and upper back as well. And then just 2 more. Pull it up, release down, good. Pull it up, release down, good. Now, turn the palms forward. I'm gonna make my band a little shorter because I like extra work for me, but you can have it as long as you want, and pull up. Good, tighten your glutes, tighten your waist muscles. And then it's down and up, kind of like you have a little wetsuit on. So we went out to the beach to go swimming on Saturday. It was a beautiful day here. We got in the water and we swam, and humpbacks came. And they were lunge feeding, and we swam, and the humpbacks were close by. And it's the first whales we've seen in a year. So that was really cool. I feel very blessed. Focus on that. Good. Keep going, pulling up and down. Let's just see if we can finish this little standing set here with 10 and 9. Feel super strong. Yes, you can. And 8 and 7. Good. We can get through anything. 6. We're going to have to get through anything. 5 4. Good. I hope you have a plan of escape in your house. Do you have a motorcycle filled with gas or a bicycle or electric bike or something? If there's fires around here, everything on one will be clogged just like in Tahoe. Can you run 26 miles? Can you run a marathon without stopping? Well, then you better get a motorcycle or an electric bike or something, or a plan, or a small plane, if you have a small plane. Okay, let's do 2 more. And last one. Okay, I probably sound like a prepper, but honestly, I think getting something like that is a good idea. Okay, let's put this aside, and we're going to transition. So take your time, put your mats wherever you like. We're going to come on down for core work. For our neighborhood, I got certified, and my husband did too, as certified emergency responders. So we're the CERT team, and we do have a big bag that they gave us. It's a backpack with all kinds of emergency things to go. And that was like 2 years ago they were planning that. So I don't feel like I'm being crazy about it. I think we should be prepared for whatever. Okay, so the ball here is going to go between your inner thighs. You're going to come up to a seated position, and we're going to do a couple of roll backs. For this minute, I'm putting my theraband aside. I want you to sit up as tall as you can, and then arms are pressed really far out like you're hugging or reaching for something, and then open them a little bit and let your shoulder blades drop down your back. Lift your chest. Take a big inhale, and then exhale. We're going to come down. Just 3, 2, 1. Good. Now your hands should be on your thighs, and you're feeling kind of like you're in a hammocky spot. You feel, oh yeah, my abdominals are fired. You can hold on to your pants or your thighs. And then from this position, make sure your neck feels okay. And we're gonna lift an inch and lower an inch. Lift an inch, lower an inch. And as you lift, squeeze your ball. Squeeze your ball. Squeeze your ball. Squeeze your ball. Good, squeeze your ball. Good, 2 more. Good, 1 more. Good, roll that spine all the way up. Beautiful work. We want to take the ball and place it somewhere so it's going to be around the shoulder blades. And we come on down, settle down onto it, and take a minute to get yourself as comfortable as you can. Hands come behind your head. Yes. And then rolling a little side-to-side action on the ball. Ball can go all the way up towards your neck or down between shoulder blades. Just finding a place that it feels comfortable for you. And you're getting a little bit of movement there. Yeah. Okay, good. So now the ball is between your shoulder blades. Your heels need to be lined up to your sitting bones. So thinking about that. There's imaginary grapefruits between your inner thighs. The inner thighs are working, but I want outer thighs working too. So think about turning on the whole leg. Hands clasped behind your head. We're gonna go all the way over the back of your head, or your ponytail touches the floor. And then as you exhale, I want you to draw those ribs together and lift up, and your eye gaze looks towards your thighs or towards your pubic bone. Inhale over your ball, and then exhale and lift up. Good. Try to have a little space in between your knees so the knees are not knocking together. Good. And lift. And lower. Good. Hands supporting and stretching your neck. This is a spine stretch, as you know. We're going to lift up as high as we can off that ball and down. It's all about your spine contracting and expanding, or flexing and extending. Good. Now we're going to lift one foot up as we come up into flexion. So we lift and we lower. And we want to imagine that we have footprints. So when the foot goes down, it goes down in the exact same spot that we picked it up. So it's as if we're at the beach. We check out the humpbacks breaching, and then we put the foot in the sand in the exact same spot. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to stay. One leg is in tabletop. We're lifted up as high as we can, and we're going to pull in, pull in. So think about knee to eyebrow. So I'm with my right knee to right eyebrow. If you're on the other side, other side. Good, and then stay. Now we're gonna lengthen the leg and float over the ball till we're in neutral, and we pull in. We lengthen the leg, we come back to neutral, and we pull in. So we're not extending the spine here, we're not in a back bend, and we're trying to keep the ribs a little bit connected. So thinking about upper ribs. Good job. Down, pull it in, and down, pull in. One more time, down, pull it in, stay lifted, and then smoothly transition as you change legs. Good. 3 times we pulse in, bringing eyebrow to knee or knee to eyebrow for 3. Good, and then we go over the ball to neutral. Eyes look at the ceiling, leg extends, pull it in. Fully extend, bring it in. Good. This exercise is about the back of your body, but it's also about the side of your body. The side that you're moving is not working as hard as the side that you're stabilizing. Always seeing if you can use your hands behind your head so that your head and neck feel really comfortable. The last 2, pull it in, and one more, pull it all the way in. Good, now both legs pop off to tabletop. We're gonna do tiny little crunches in, and the elbows reach over the top of the knees. We pull in, and in, and in. Pulse it in, pulse in, and in, and in. Last one, stay. You're in a tiny little ball. Open your elbows, extend the legs out, and then pull them in. Fully extend out. This is like a modification of our double leg stretch. We pull out and then we pull in. Good job. Hands come behind the thighs and we're gonna rock ourselves up and we just switch the ball location to the inner thighs. Perfect. From this position, long arms opened a little bit wider than your knees, sitting up as tall as you humanly can. Good. And then let's slowly roll down. So really control. Let's see if we can do it in 8 counts all the way down. Here we go. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and release everything onto the mat. Ah. Good. Wiggle around a little bit, head or feet, whatever you want. And I'm going to teach the roll-ups today in a more advanced version. Always remembering modification, the easiest roll-up is with the theraband wrapped around your feet. And you're lifting yourself up and down. It becomes more of a stretch. Maybe you need that today. But for my purposes, I want to roll the ball down and place both of my feet on top of my ball. I'm squeezing my feet and my legs together like I did a little while ago standing, so that there's no space in between my legs. The ball's on the back of my Achilles and I'm pressing it down the whole time. Good, now my arms lift up to the sky. And from here, I want my shoulder blades to press into the ground as I let my arms come over the head to any degree. But I can feel the shoulder blades pressed into the ground. Good. Now inhale, arms start the movement. Exhale, we float the head and we roll up. Keep your feet pressing into the ball as you roll your spine up and then all the way over into forward fold. Take a big breath into the back of your body and then exhale as you roll down slowly. Good. Good, now your own way. I see there's some good creative modifications here. Inhaling and exhaling. We want to just do 5 of these. Thinking about them as using the front of your body, the back of your body, the sides of your body. This is a stretch and a strengthener for the whole body. How can I get more involved in this exercise? Inhaling and exhaling. How can I also make it more flowing? What could I do to make it more flowy? The challenging part for many people is to really keep the whole back of the body active. And as long as you keep pressing very lightly downward onto that ball, you'll feel, oh wow, I can really feel the back of my body here. This is a great thing to have that sensation of the back of your body. Woo! Good. So I'm going to do 2 more. These feel great today. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. And inhaling and exhaling. Good. And then 1 more. Ah. Good. So on this last one, I roll back super slowly, finding that flow in my body. Good work. And I pause. My arms come down to my mat, and I'm going to use the ball, and I'm going to use my core muscles. So I think about like a rod and a reel, a fishing rod and reel. My core is active, and I slowly bend my knees, and I slowly pull the ball in, but I really didn't use my leg muscles, I used my abs. Then my feet are on top of the ball, and my knees are bent. In this position here, I'm going to make sure that my spine feels elongated. So I'm going to just take a second to scooch forward and back a little bit. And then I get to do a couple of bridges with my feet on the ball, which is really firing the back of the body more. Woohoo! So we take a breath in. On the exhale, push your feet into the ball and lift your hips up to your bridge. Some part of your shoulder blades are on the mat. Take a giant inhale, and as you do that, see if you can float your arms up to the sky. Then as you exhale, keeping your knees together, roll the spine down. Good. And then from here, lengthen the legs and the arms come down to the sides. That's your little rest period. Ah, good. So fire up the belly. We're going to go fly fishing as we pull those legs in. That's our setup. Woohoo! Good. Now the feet are on top of the ball. The arms are at our sides. We take a breath in. On the exhale, push your feet into the ball. Lift your hips up to your bridge. Notice that some part of your shoulder blade is touching the mat, maybe the whole of it. Legs are together. On the next inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Palms can be facing away or together, doesn't matter. And then slowly roll the spine down. Good. And then the arms and the legs lengthen. Woo! Good job. So 1 more time with me. Do you feel that a little bit extra in your hamstrings? Anyone? Maybe, not sure. I think it makes it a little harder with the ball underneath the feet. Okay, let's try it 1 more time. So using the idea of the fly fishing, we're going to pull the ball in using our belly muscles. Good, now the feet are together on top of the ball, arms are at your sides, take a breath in. And then exhale, lift off the ball by pushing down to lift up. Good, let's add on just a little bit, making this one a little extra. These are our air kegels while we're on the ball. And if it's too much, you can have your feet on the sides of the ball, but you release the glutes, inner thighs, and pelvic floor, and then you lift up. It's a tiny movement. Arms are at your sides. We release and squeeze. Good, just for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, stay. Now the arms fly up to the sky. We roll that spine down, and the arms and the legs extend. Good. Let the ball roll side to side just for a moment so that it feels like a little release in the center of your body. Maybe the head needs that too. Ah, perfect. Okay. Now from here, the left leg gets the ball and the right leg comes into your body. We're going to pull that right leg in and give it a nice squeeze. Ah, good. And we're going to do some different versions of our single leg stretch as we do our leg circles. So just follow my cues. We're going to take a breath in here. On the exhale, we're going to use this pulling in of our right leg to lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. And then from here, we're going to float the left leg on top of the ball. Good. One leg in and one leg out. One leg in and one leg out. Good. If you need neck support, hands come behind the head, and we do this for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes down, right knee clasp, and pull into your chest. Good, now extend your right leg up to the sky. Your head is completely relaxed, your belly, your spine, everything is heavy pulling into your mat. I want you to point your right foot and then flex it. Point your right foot and flex it. Point your right foot and flex it, and then circle 3 times one way, 3 times the other. Good, and then really point your foot. Like your ballet teacher is right here saying, point your foot. So you've got your foot pointed. Now take it across the body, and it's a circle of your choosing. I'm doing a very controlled, very high circle today. You can do a much bigger one or smaller one. We're going to see if we can do 5 in one direction. And the key in this exercise, and then we reverse, is you're keeping your left leg stable by pressing it down onto the ball. Exactly. Nice. Good job. Good. Now when you finish the 5 and 5, pause for a second, and then take that leg down and kick it up. Point your right leg and take it down and kick up. Find your range of motion where the accent is on the up. So it's up and up and up. Good, last one, up. Now bend that knee and give it just one more squeeze. And this time pull your right knee towards your right armpit. So you're opening up kind of into a second position. Good, and just notice if that's a nice stretch there for your inner thigh, groin, what have you. Woo. Good, and then bring that in. From here, I want you to switch legs, and you're switching the ball stealthily. Yeah, and then hold on to that left shin and pull that in. It's a squeeze, like you're compressing the leg into your body, like a crane or a flamingo. When was the last time you saw a crane? Well, let's see, we went to Monterey like 2 weekends ago, and we were driving by Moss Landing, and we saw, like, you know, the snowy egrets that are there. We saw maybe 25 of them. They're so beautiful. Have you seen any egrets lately? Great herons, I love those birds. Okay, now this is a different version. It's a long legged version, so it's kind of scissory. But here we go. We're going to take a breath in. And then on the exhale, use this squeezing of your shin to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Good. Lengthen that leg up to the sky and float the opposite leg off your ball. Good. From here, arms could hover as you switch legs and switch legs, or hands could be behind your head. You choose. Good. It's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg goes down, makes contact with the ball. Left leg stays long to the ceiling. Flex and point and flex and point and flex and point. Good. Circle for 3. Now you're circling your ankle. And 3. Excellent work. Now for the circles, point your left foot, like really point it. Take it across the body, and it's 5 circles, your choice of the radius. And remember, you're pushing down. Your right leg is stable, right hip is stable. Good. After you get 5, you go the other way for 5. Remember to breathe. 4 and 3 and 2 and last 1. Good job. Give that a nice little squeeze. Good job. And then extend the leg, and we take it down and up. Here we go. Down and kick up. Accent is up. Point down, flex up. Point down, flex it up. Point down, flex up. Good job. Let's do 3 more. And 2 more. And last 1. Okay, good job. Set your feet all the way down and kick out your legs. Good. And then from here, we're going to roll onto our sides. The ball is going to start between the ankles, and we're going to move into our sideline hip work. Yeah. I'm going to open the other window and close that door because I hear a lot of buzzing. Is that okay? This one is open to the other side though, so it's good fresh air here. Yeah. Okay, so we're taking a tiny breather. How's class so far? Okay, good. Yeah. And we might need to say hello to everyone. Hello, everyone. Is that okay? Hello, everyone. Yay. I don't know where my cat went, but I'd say hi to my cat, but I can't find it. Okay, beauties. We are going to do our sideline work. This is our basic hip strengthening set. You know we need it always. So you're in a sideline position as best you can. For some, oh, and there's extra mats here too if you want an extra mat. Debbie, do you want an extra mat underneath your hip? That's pretty good for you? Okay. Just make sure that you're comfortable. That's all. Take care of yourself. Here we go. The legs lift off an inch. And I need you to lengthen your legs. So you're reaching your feet, and you can have your feet pointed or flexed or relaxed. I want you to really lengthen them as if you're trying to reach toward the wall. And then it's up an inch and down an inch, but never touching the ground. Good. And then, as you know, we're not just lifting with the hip. We're actually trying to reach up a little bit higher in our bodies so that we're lifting a little bit with the upper psoas and with the abdominals, like with your obliques. So the whole side of your body is fired. Lift and lift and lift and lift. Keep going. Lift and lift. Good. It can be tiny. It can be barely perceptible, but you want to keep your feet off the ground. Lift and 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 lift. Good. And hold it as high as you can. Good work. We've got 5 circles one way and 5 the other. It's small and controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 other way. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last 1, and set your feet down. Roll the top leg back, bottom leg comes on top of the ball, and now both legs are resting on top of the ball. From this position, keep your bottom leg pressing down and lift your top leg up and down. Good. First set is point and point your foot. It's up, accent is up and up and up. And up. It can be a little up, it can be a big up, it can be a giant up. You choose the up, up, and up, and up, and up. Good. Now pause with the leg up in the air and flex your foot. Reach through the center of your medial arch, so right in the middle of your foot, and we go down and down. The accent is down, as if we've got a giant pillow between our legs and we're squeezing the pillow. Squeeze that pillow. Good. It's 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, good job, 3 and 2 and 1, we did it. Bend your knees. Sometimes that set is challenging. So take a fist and just beat out the line on your pants right around your thigh and your IT band. Yeah, it just kind of feels like you might need that a little bit. Yeah, good. And we're going to go directly to the other side, but we will take an extended hip stretch in a little bit. So let's flip around to the other side. Good. And bring those balls between the ankles and get yourself comfortable, whatever that means. For some bony people, it might need extra padding underneath your body. Okay, now lift your legs up so they're an inch lifted and hold. Remember, flex, point, or relax your feet. Doesn't matter, but lengthen your feet. Really reach toward that wall. And then it's a little lift, a little lift, a little lift. Good. And then can you lift from your obliques, not just from your hips? Get the movement pattern up, all the way up. Can you feel it working? And you're doing it right. Lift and lift and lift and lift. Keep going, lift and lift and lift. Keep going, lift and lift and lift and lift. Keep going. It can be really small. It can be a bigger lift. You choose. Good. And noticing if this is a challenging movement or a medium movement or a really hard movement for you. I've been doing hip work for so many years that this stuff is not hard for me, but I know that I need to keep doing it like 3 to 4 times a week to stay strong. And as I get older, I have to do more hip strengthening. So this is like the bread and butter of our class today, seriously, the hip strengthening. Yes, okay, good. Now pause, lift that leg, lift those legs up high and really reach long, 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 good, and lower down. Oh no, sorry, we gotta do our circles. Lift up, and it's circle for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, reverse it. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and let it go. Good. Now, the back leg goes back, the bottom leg goes on the top of the ball, and the top leg stacks on the top. Good job. From here, that bottom leg presses down, top leg lifts. First 10, it's pointed foot. 9 and 8, accent is up and up and up. It's nice and easy. Up, like strings are lifting your leg up from the ceiling. Up and up and up and up and up. Good, now hold it up there and flex your foot like crazy. Imagine the center of your foot. And then it's down. Good, you've got giant pillows between your thighs and you're squeezing the pillow. Squeeze your pillow. Squeeze your pillow. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and we did it. Yay! You can beat out your thigh like we did on the other side. Your IT band. And then let's roll onto our backs for one last little stretch part here. Good. I'm going to put my ball away for a moment as I stretch my back out. And I'm going to take the leg I just used. So for me, it's my right leg, but I'm going to scoop it long, lift it up to the sky, and then cross it over. So it's just a really nice stretchy way of coming into number 4 stretch. I'm going to hold it there for a moment, and I'm going to make sure my hips are even. And I feel a little tiny bit of a stretch here. Just sharing with you, maybe you feel a lot of stretch. I feel a little bit of stretch here. Then my arms come to my sides, and I'm going to finish my bridge series here, but it's single leg bridge. So in single leg bridge, the attention is on your back. It's on your spine. Can you do it evenly on both sides, even though only left foot is touching? Here we go. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the hips, and then soften the spine as you come down. Great job. Lift, soften down. Good work. Lift up, soften down. Good. Think about that left glute. Left glute is what gets you up. Squeeze it. And then you release your spine evenly. Good work. Lift, soften down. Lift up, soften down. Good, couple more. Lift up, softening down. The single leg work is exceptional. Focusing in your mind's eye on your spine. You're doing it so evenly. If someone came and measured the muscles that were working on the right and left side of your spine, it would be astounded. Great job. Now, when I come down this last time, I'm going to pull the leg unit into my body. And for me, I'm going to pull the legs in a little bit deeper. And to me, that feels great. I'm not overly stretched. It's not painful. It just feels good. Ah, good. I try to release the muscles in my face. For you, maybe it's different, but for me, I carry a lot of tension in my jaw, especially in the last year or two. So I have to think about relaxing my face, and then, oh, it feels so much better Do you have tension in your face or jaw? Anyone here? A little bit? Yeah, me too. But if I remember to release it, it actually helps, like so much. And I'm always astounded when in my mind, I say, release your jaw, and when I do it, it's like, oh, it feels so much better. Why don't I always release my jaw? Okay, and then shake out your legs. Good, and let's do the same series with the other leg. So I'm setting my feet down onto the ground. I'm focusing now my left leg. It's going to scoop all the way out and up. I hold on to it, and then I cross it over the other side. So again, it's just a nice, graceful way of getting into the number 4 stretch. I feel this a little bit on my other side, but it's not very much. It feels good. And I know I'm going to go into my single leg bridge series in a second. So my arms are at my sides, lightly pressing into the mat. I want to fire my triceps here. So I take a breath in and exhale, lift my hips up. And I roll the spine down. Good. I kind of check that my hips are even, that my hands could come to my ASIS, those hip bones, and just kind of check that I'm in the right positioning. Good. And I've got 7 more. It's lift, lower down with a little wave action. Good job. Lift and lower down. Keep going. Lift and lower down. So for me, my back is strong, my core is strong. This is a great way to work my back muscles and to do some single leg work. For some people, single leg work is really hard on their low backs because their core is not strong enough. So maybe for you, you might feel, oh my gosh, after I do 4 or 5 of these, Jen, my low back hurts a little bit. Well, if that's you, you take your foot out of the position and you do the regular bridges, 2-legged bridges. So always checking in with your own body, not with what I'm doing. Good job. Okay, so at the last one, you come all the way down, pull the number 4 stretch into your body, hold on to your legs or your foot or whatever works for you, and see if you can find a deeper stretch in your hip. Good, let go of your jaw. Good, and take some breaths. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, I'm gonna unwind my legs and just kick my legs out. I'm gonna flip over to do a couple of cat curls, and we're gonna finish with some stretches with our ball. Okay, or maybe with a theraband, I don't know, we'll see. Let's roll on all the way up to a seated position, and then flip over for all 4s. From our cat curls here, option to tuck your feet under, so your toes are tucked under. Option to sit back and take a little teeny bit of a foot stretch with me if you need that. Some people need it. Some people might feel it. If I've been hiking a lot, I feel it in my thighs here. Today, I don't feel too much of anything, but many days it's painful, so you never know. Good. I did check the air quality here this morning because I smelled smoke when I first woke up, and it's 45, which is, there's some smoke in the air. Yeah, it's not like 700 though. No. Okay, so from this position, come to your quadruped position. Release your feet or not, your choice. This is all about your spine to begin with. It's arch and curl. You want to make a bridge with your body for a little toy truck to go under. And then you want to be like a cat that's about to pounce. So you curl your spine, and then you arch. Oh, good. Now this last one, come to a neutral back, as if you're a picnic table. And think about the diagonal in your body. We're just going to do this once, so you want to do it really perfectly if possible. Think about your left arm and your right leg. Find that diagonal in your body, and then gently release that left arm and right leg and lengthen them straight out in opposition. Really reach your fingers away from your toes. Good. Now pull your belly in and really zip up. Good job. Take a breath in. Exhale and release. That was so pretty. Good job. Other side. Right arm, left leg. Smoothly come into that. Your right fingers are reaching in opposition of your left toes. Really hold it there. You're flying over a big city. Woo! Inhale and exhale coming out of that. Excellent work. Okay, so coming into a seated position just for a second, shaking out your wrists. And if you need to, stretch your wrists for a second. I know for some people, just being in that position for a minute is challenging on the wrists. So open them up. Yeah, that feels great. I need that one today. Okay, and then I do think that we're going to use the ball again for our final stretches. I love my ball. So grab your lovely ball and bring that underneath your sacrum. Good. And we're going to stretch our legs long and just let our whole front of our body stretch for a moment. We've done a lot of work through the back of the body and a lot of hip work today. Now we're just going to take time for stretching and lower abdominals. Good work. Okay, so you're comfortable on your ball. At any time, if you need to shift your ball around, great. But bring your legs up to tabletop position and really pull your belly in. And then in that position, allow the arms to come up to the sky. There's a little tiny bit of wiggle waggle. There's a little bit of tiny bit of pulling your belly in. So you know that your lower abs are really fired. Good. Option to keep the arms up or option to bring the arms down at any point. I'm going to teach it with my arms up today just to make it a little teeny bit more challenging for me. My knees are going to be right over my hips as much as I can, finding that tabletop position. And then it's a knee back. It's one foot toward the floor and then knee back. Knee back. We call these toe taps, but it's not tapping anything. It's knee back. Knee back. I've changed the name. Thank you, Joseph Pilates. It's not toe taps. It's knee backs. Knee back. Knee back. I know Joseph Pilates is up there watching us, and he's so happy, thrilled that his name is known all over the entire world. Isn't that so crazy? To really think about that. When he died, there were a handful of people around the world doing his method and the dancers. That was it. But now, oh my gosh, we're doing it on Zoom in Aptos, California. Wild stuff. So he was a genius of movement. Now pause here. Good. My arms are going to come down to the sides. I'm going to extend my legs up. And I'm going to glue my legs together. These are our dolphins. So we take the legs down, in, and up. At the top, you flex. We go down, in, and up. Beautiful. Make it as flowy as you can for dolphins. Good work. Down, in, and up. Inhaling and exhaling. Good job. Okay, and then we reverse it. So the legs scoop down, the feet are pointed, they scoop down, and they come up, they flex up the top. We go scoop down and up to the top. Reverse dolphins. Woo! Good job. Nice and flowy. Trying to keep the legs working as one unit. So for me, my legs are actually pressed together. You can have your legs a little bit apart if that's better for you, but really keep them working completely as one unit. Yeah, last one and pause. Good, we take it into a grand bicycle tour. So it's big, big bicycle. Maybe one foot just slowly taps the ground, make it big and big. Good, bicycle with your abdominals. Legs are stretching, abs are working here. Ta-ta, ta-ta. Good, hands could come up to hold the handlebars. Maybe that makes it a little bit more challenging. Maybe it's more fun to have your arms relaxed. Options. Options in life are good. It means we're free people. Yes, free people. Free people. We take our freedom for granted. I mean, I do. So I want to just take a minute to acknowledge my freedom. Bicycles represent freedom for me. Oh, coming down a hill really fast, that's freedom. Okay, and then reverse. This is our last little part of our class today, a little reverse stretch. Arms and legs could work together. Scoop and scoop. This is kind of an adductor stretch if you think about using your inner thighs. It's definitely psoas release. Good work. Okay, coming to a pause, setting the feet down, and then maybe just finishing right here with long legs with the ball under your sacrum. Maybe that feels so great. Good. And notice we worked out for an entire hour together. That was so much fun. And it was challenging, but it wasn't crazy. It's sustainable movement. Yeah. Okay, beautiful people. I'm so glad that you all came today. We had a big class online. Yay, Kate. Yay, Bonna. Yay, Anna. Yay, Barbara. Amy, Randy, Lynn. Oh, I love seeing all of you. Lynn, Paul.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you. And Alicia, thank you for your note and your donation. Mwah! And Daryl, thank you, Daryl. Yeah. I'm so glad that you all came today. Yay, hi, Mary Jane.
We're glad too.
Me too. Yeah.
Glad to see you, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Jen.
you.
See you on
Bye.
Tuesday. Bye-bye, John. Bye, Barbara. Mwah. Sure.
Adios, amigos.
Adios, Anna.
Adios.
Find my cursor. There it is.